Hello, I'm Panos Kotzathanasis, and this is ASEAN Movie Pulse Interviews. Today I'm here with Cheuk, whose film Time Still Turns the Pages recently earned him the Best New Director at Golden Horse Awards and also was included in our Best of 2023 list. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing great. This is the promotion period, and I found that actually the promotion period is actually more Russia, even than shooting. Okay, if you're doing the shooting, sometimes they need to set up the lighting. I can maybe I have like a few minutes to take a cigarette, but during the promotion, I didn't even have time to go to toilet.
Okay, sorry to hear that. Okay, comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah, and because this is my first time to experience such a promotion period, I'm still getting used of it, but I'm really enjoy it. Thank you so much because maybe I think when I write and during the shooting, I didn't expect that people would really like to see this film because the topic is very serious and is especially in Eastern cultural society, people don't usually talk about suicide or death. Yes.
And tell me, but since you mentioned it, why did you decide to deal with the specific topics?
Yes, because I used to be a film school student, and during 2009, one of my classmates
Mm-hmm.
uh, he jumped up from the roof. Yeah, before he leave, I met him, but I didn't realize that he was during a depression stage. After that night, I asked a lot of questions to myself. It's like why I didn't discover that he's unhappy. Is there anything I do more before he leave would change the result? Other questions like why he didn't tell me, and I question myself: Am I suitable to love somebody around me? And after that, I read a lot of news about suicide, and I found that in Hong Kong is actually it happens like every day. And I think a lot about what is the reasons, what makes such a situation that a lot of youngsters always upset growing up in this city. Yes, and during this period, sometimes the news topic, the newspaper topics is this man break up with his girlfriend and then he jumped off. I think shouldn't criticize him that he's based on a single reason to decide to kill himself, because I think human being is full of complexity. The reason is not singular. People who choose to kill themselves, he had think about it for a very long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, maybe something triggered him. But he's during a long period of depression, and such depression have a lot of reasons, like family issue, like the stress come from educational environment. There's a culture in Hong Kong that they like to compare between people and people. Like, oh, like some mothers, they always ask their children, oh, why your education result is not good as somebody. Yes, and also in Hong Kong culture, we usually avoid to talk about death or suicide because they think, oh, we shouldn't talk about something bad. But I feel very uncomfortable about this culture because I think that okay, such bad things still happens even if you don't talk about it. I think we should choose to face it, to talk about it. And during this culture, it's like people who are during depression, they are afraid to speak it out because maybe they are afraid to be uh, being criticized, like they may get hurt from other people's response, like, oh, you shouldn't think about it, or you should try to be happy. Such answers are very hurtful because me myself are used to get depressed as well, and I think during that period I really can't control my emotion. How to control it? Yes. So I believe that maybe sometimes it's hard to solve the problem, but at least we should try to stay around people who is upset. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, based on many reasons. I start to think about that. Maybe I should do something to raise up the questions to ask why why Hong Kong youngsters are very stressful and unhappy in this city. But I also ask myself because this story I actually have the idea 2016. The reason is in September of 2016, during the school opening period
Mhm.
which is September, during that period in Hong Kong, usually it's like the 2nd or 1st of September. And during that period, there's a lot of children jumped off. It's like continue like 7 to 10 days. It's very serious. It happens like every day. And during that period, I start to think maybe I should wrote a story about a child, why he want to kill himself, to start the discussion. But I didn't just type it out at once because during that period, I think I also asked myself many questions like, is it suitable to talk about this topic publicly? Yes, because it may hurt someone.
Mhm.
Yes, because in Hong Kong, there is some newspaper rules that like to avoid the copycat effect, the Hong Kong newspaper shouldn't always talk about you can't like report suicide news. You can't always talk about it, or you shouldn't even report it in Hong
Uh-huh.
Kong.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay.
because to avoid some like copycat effects, or you may cause some. Yeah, they're afraid people getting panic about the such kind of news. Yes. And okay, I had such an idea in 2016, but I didn't write it out at once, write the story out at once. And until 2018, there was a musician in Hong Kong called Ellen Lo, Ellenlo.
Mhm.
She's quite famous in Hong Kong, and she killed herself as well. And when I look at the news, I feel shocked, and I start to think why the world doesn't change or even get worse after 9 years that my friend left. And I think that those reporter rules they exist for so many years already, but the situation is doesn't get better. So during 2018, I decided to write the story out, and it somehow becomes the first draft of the script. Yes.
Mhm. And let
Yeah.
me ask you something else. Do you feel that the parents are to blame for this situation? Because the film kind of makes this comment, let's say, that it's the parents' fault, like roughly.
Mm-mm. I think the parenting is just part of the reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because something like oh, you watched the film already?
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like there's a scene that Eli he told his mom that I can't sleep. So I want to see a psychologist. But his mom is refuse his request because she think that okay, this is only maniac who should see such doctors. This actually reflects the way of seeing that in Hong Kong they labeled it. They think only people getting very serious should go to see the doctors. They don't have the concept that actually everyone have such a happy and upset side of life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think this is one of the reason. And also in Hong Kong, they're too harsh to the kids that doesn't done well in exams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like some example I've heard that there's a kid during year one, he have a really good result and he became a friend with the teacher. But the next year, when his result is getting low, the teacher is like, "Oh, I don't know you anymore. I don't call your name anymore." There's like I think such examples is always happens in Hong Kong's education environment.
Mhm.
Uh, and this is too harsh for the kids. And uh, some of my friends, they are secondary school teachers. And after they watched the film, they asked me, Nick, are you blaming the exam system or the education system in Hong Kong? Or are you against, Nick, are you against uh, examinations or something like that? And I say, I don't mean that examination is wrong. It's just we have to respect those kids who may be not suitable for the exam system in Hong
Mm.
Kong. Yeah, because maybe they have something good at other than homework or exams. Yes,
Mm.
like because in Hong Kong the culture is if you if your parents ask you what do you want to do after you grow up, they expect your answers are like lawyers or doctors or maybe someone who can make a lot of money. But if you tell them, I want to be a painter or
The
making
director.
yes, directors, yes, or you wanted to be a dancers, something other than money making, they will say, okay, you shouldn't do that. Do you have something other jobs you want to do? And I think this is really bad to kids because you are killing their dreams.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think a lot of kids are suffering such condition.
Mm. Mm.
Also, while their examination get worse, they think that this is the end of the world, something like
Mm.
that. Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something else. Tell me a bit how did the casting for the children in particular work, and how did you cooperated with them? Because some of the
Hmm.
scenes are very difficult, like the violent scenes, let's say, with their father are very
Yeah.
difficult. So tell me a bit about that.
Oh, yes. Yes, because like this is one of the things that I concern the most before shooting. Because if these two children actors, if they got psychologically hurt during the shooting, during this serious story, I should go to hell, right? Yes, yeah. And so we communicate a lot before the shooting with them and their parents. And somehow I found that what I learned from this process is, okay, Nick, you shouldn't think that they are not able to do it. Yes, because like
Mm.
Sean, who plays Eli, he actually understand that I was playing a role. And after I say cut, he recovered from the role to reality. He's actually much more faster than adult actors.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, that makes me remember that, okay, Nick, when you are young, you're like full of energy. Okay, you don't know what is back pain when you're a kid. You're actually able to do a lot of things. Okay, when you are a kid, Nick. And and when I was a kid, I always think that those adult doesn't understand me. But now, Nick, you became the adult who doesn't understand the kids. Yes. And then what I learned is, okay, after I discovered that these two kids are actually understand what is suicide, what are we doing? They understand that this story is trying to deliver a message to audience that, okay, we shouldn't do something violent to anybody. They actually understands that. And then after the day one shooting, how I treat these two child actors is like no difference with adults. Yes, it's after the take, I would say, okay, this is good take. Okay, Sean, do you want to, what do you think? Okay, is it good or bad to you, or do you want one more take? Okay, and maybe he says, okay, I think it's a good take as well. Okay, okay, so you take a rest. Let's prepare for the next shot. Yes, it's actually just the same as other adults. Yes, and the reason that I chose him to play Eli is actually Sean Wong is actually the first kid that I cast.
Mhm.
Yes, I've seen him. I've seen his performance from another short film called Holiday. Okay, and then the first impression is that okay, this kid is his acting is very natural. I don't think that he's trying to remember and speak out the lines. It's just like a documentary film who is shooting him. Okay, I think his performance is really well. And while I look at his face, I would think that okay, if I see his face comes out on suicide news, I'll be very upset. And then that's the reason that okay, I tell my first assistant director to date him, okay, to call him out and cast him. And my first impression is that he's already the role.
Mm.
Because we always say that acting is to do but not to act.
Mm.
He's already doing he's already doing the role. Okay. And after that casting, I've met like 20 kids after Sean. And then after the whole casting, I I think that the first one is the best,
Mm.
Sean. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, and since we don't have much time, oh, one last question. Tell me a bit,
It's okay.
yeah, how was the reaction of the audience in Hong Kong watching this movie? Were they shocked? Well, how did they feel?
Oh, yes, because it is totally out of my expectation. Yes, because while I'm writing a script or shooting the film, I think I don't think that people would like to see this film because in Hong Kong, the working hours are very long and people are usually getting very tired after work. They will choose to sleep rather than even go to cinema. And even they goes to cinema, they should choose to watch something more entertaining, like Captain Marvel, something like that, right?
Mm.
Yes. Why there is anybody would like to see Nick your film about suicide, right? But somehow in Hong Kong, there's a lot of discussions between parents, teachers, students, and during the sharing, I received a lot of love actually, yes, and I think the good thing is they talk more about such bad things topics much more than before. Yes, and this is totally surprising me, but also I feel a bit upset because while people telling me that, okay, I got a lot of same feeling with you, Nick, which means the problem is much more serious uh, than I used to think. Yeah, in Hong Kong. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still digesting these news and um, I can't say that I'm very happy, but if this film can make more discussion in the society, I'll feel better. Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. I guess that's it.
Thank you, Panos.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay. Good luck with the film and see you later. Bye. Have a nice day.
Goodbye, Panos.
Bye.
Bye bye.